welcome to the video. It's me, Ciara, aka Ciara in the bonus, and we are here live on Twitch. Make sure you guys drop a follow to pull it to the live stream and be a part of the conversation. I do these videos to hear from y'all, so of course, let me know what y'all think. The links are pinned in the comments and in the description. Pull up, let me know you're from YouTube, and you will be greeted with a warm welcome. Now, I have an interesting video for y'all, and I really want to have this conversation because I feel like this is something that's kind of evolving. I feel like we've kind of been getting to this point in the industry for a while, and I really just want to hear what y'all think about it. So this video is about the music industry crumbling and music being the new 9 to 5. That's the part that really caught my eye, and I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, but I didn't quite know how to put it. But I like that phrase, and I'm sure they'll get to it. So I'm gonna give y'all some of my thoughts in a second. We're gonna go ahead and get into the video.
I've said in one of my videos that the world has reached its deficit. Industries like the retail industry and the fast food industry are crumbling, and it's no different with the music business. And I'm here for it, because the commodification of music has soured. Music used to be something you enjoyed, and now it's hard because the bar has...
When is the last time y'all think that art, let's not just leave it to music, when is the last time y'all think art was just purely art and not commodified? Because I feel like the start of everything being commodified started with once we pivoted from just capitalism to hyper capitalism. And I feel like maybe that was starting at the Industrial Revolution, maybe somewhere around that time. It's if you really want to go way, way back, that, and then globalization, us being able to trade with people all over the world. I feel like it really roots back, if you want to go way, way back. That's the start of it. And once they start seeing, wow, okay, when you start expanding your market to the whole world, look at how much money you can make. And then it all became about maximizing the money. It's every year, every decade after that, you start to see the deterioration of the quality of everything that's produced, right? I mean, obviously, if you go back, let's say 100 years before now, the quality of just everyday goods, it could be food, it could be furniture, it could be anything that you could buy, the quality is way higher, right? But at a certain point, right here, capitalism, they say capitalism breeds innovation, right? But I actually think that's not true, right? Because although innovation is encouraged to create more profits, there is this trade-off that's accepted under this system where you can sacrifice the quality of something if that means you can make more money. That's the trade-off that is acceptable under this system, right? And you see that businesses started to learn that, and they stopped focusing on quality. And you can apply this to every industry: entertainment, food, literally any industry it can be applied to, and you can see it. Even go back 30 years from before now, or I want to say 15 is too generous. Let's just say 20 to 30 years before now. I'm 23. Maybe when I was a little younger, you could tell even something, the quality of clothes, 20 years ago versus the quality of clothes now. Way cheaper, way worse quality, doesn't last long, and it's almost like it's the quality of things is intentionally bad to make you buy more stuff, rather than back in the day it was focused on the quality being good, and that's why you're buying it, so it lasts a long time. Companies are doing the opposite, and I feel like it's the same thing with music. It's a reflection of society, right? Society is, I don't know if we're okay with it as the consumers, but I feel like we've been programmed to be okay with it. Or maybe people haven't caught on that that's what's going on. It could be something as simple as you go to a fast food restaurant and the size and the quality of the stuff was better, even though it was not ideal. Back in the day, it was better and it was cheaper with high quality ingredients. Now the stuff just gets smaller and smaller, and the quality gets worse and worse, and the price goes up and up. And it's I feel the same exact thing with the music industry, right? People used to make extremely high quality music, long songs, right? Look at some of the songs, if you want to talk about black music, look at the soul era or the disco era. Look at how long those songs were, 5-6 minutes, 10 minutes. Look at even I think some Michael Jackson songs like from early in his days were like really long, but now they gotta keep a song to like 2 minutes. They don't care about the quality. They want it to have a little pop and get that little trend or that little momentum, and that's good enough for these labels. That's good enough for these artists. It's not about quality, longevity. You know, sometimes those people end up being successful, but that's almost like the label's not even looking for that. They're just like, who can keep a trend or momentum for a little bit of time, and we're okay with the money as long as it happens quick. You know, we're okay with bad quality as long as it can trend. That's kind of what it seems like the equation is now, and I feel like it's just a sign of the times for real.
Has been lowered in the quality department. A lot of people are also turned off and not supporting today's music, as the veil of secrecy and fake facades of the industry has been lifted more and more each year. We are also seeing the industry for what it is, just another form of the 9 to 5. With the rise of the internet and the cheapening of music, i.e. the music crash in the 2000s, we were indoctrinated to view this as a bad thing, but now I am convinced this is good. In this video, I'll be blathering about the music industry and how it's crumbling before our eyes, how your faves are doing whatever they can to make ends meet, like the rest of us. And I'll tell you
These clips he got is hilarious.
how all of this is a good thing for everyone. I'm Don, your pop culture boy. First, talk about how singers, rappers lived lavish lifestyles, partying with Diddy, having a good old funky time. And you see this on your TV back in the day, and wish you too could be a part of that. Back in the day, the major artists made a lot more money from their music. The music industry had a lot more control back in the days of physicals, when the public valued music. However, after physical sales crashed in the 2000s, the music business hasn't been the same. There were lots of layoffs, which is still happening to this day. Some artists faded into obscurity, as entire teams and departments at the labels were downsized or completely obliterated, causing projects to fall by the wayside. That's why Dirty Diddy ventured into television, because the music wasn't selling. The glory days of the 90s were over. His record label Bad Boy wasn't as poppin'. It was no longer a hit factory. Biggie passed, and who didn't pass was in prison.
Okay. Did he pass or did somebody set him up? But yeah, that is interesting. You know, even look at Jay-Z. You know, they got out of music as the artist and moved into the executive positions and just media and entertainment in general, right? Didn't Jay-Z like get into sports as well? Sports ventures, you know, other business ventures, Diddy as well. They started realizing that making money as the artist is not it, right? You notice how Jay-Z moved on from being a rapper real quick and into that executive role, because you make more money exploiting that people with the actual talent than being the actual talent. It doesn't matter how much talent you got. And think about that. The labels were running up a bag off of those physical sales. No wonder they're struggling and don't know what to do now. These artists these days can't even get no one to actually buy an album.
Prison. That's why he joined the Making the Band as an executive producer. Not because he gives a damn about artists, but he knew people would watch. And at that time, reality TV was at its peak. So for Diddy, it was an opportunity for a different stream of income, because the industry is going downhill. So he made Danity Kane to only destroy them in the end, after he made his money, allegedly. Also, I was today's years old, finding out he tried to revive Making the Band in 2021, where he would
Stop. His sons. What do they know about music? I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know this was Diddy's son. I've seen this guy before. I think he's like an actor and so I didn't know he was his son.
have his sons be the judges. For obvious reason, that didn't happen.
All of your favorite artists are finito and finished. I don't think none of these people are making any coin from the music business.
Now, this
And I do want to say something about this too. I have been saying, y'all, I'm a person that just loves marketing. I love marketing. I love social media, brand management, things like that. Like, it's fascinating to me, right? And I am able to pick up on trends, right? I'm not an expert by any means. I'm just a person that can notice trends and kind of make analysis based off that. My analysis as a person that's grown up in this super internet age, kind of seeing the era where physical sales and to see artists with real support versus this fake manufacturer support these days. I feel like if you were artists these days, the obvious play, if you have someone that's up to date on the current workings of social media, you need to focus on being an influencer instead of focus on being an artist. The music ain't paying them damn bills. Y'all not selling physical albums to be getting no cut. Y'all don't have a strong enough fan base to where they want to buy your music. Very few people do in this modern era. The only people that have fans that are buying physical albums are the people from the past era, like pre-streaming era, right? All of those people can get people to buy their actual albums. And some of the people have very niche, hardcore fan bases that will like pretty much buy whatever the artist puts out there. You know, that you'll see artists these days, they'll try to kind of do this type vibe where they'll sell bundles of their music and merch. And it's like, okay, that works. I personally don't feel like that should be, I don't think anyone should be able to do that. Like that, I don't feel like packaging your album and merch, that shouldn't count. Like, no, I don't know why that's even allowed. But hey, maybe the labels want it to be allowed, so because that's one of the few ways the artists can actually sell albums. So hey, whatever. But my main point is these artists need to shift their mentality, number one, and not rely on these labels to push them and do marketing. In fact, labels want artists that already have their own platform. That's why you'll see them go get these people on TikTok that's viral and got fans and supporters behind them. Now, most of them don't work because the strength of that fan base is not good most of the time. But to them, they're like, we're saving money on marketing if you can market yourself. So it's like, as an artist, you don't even need a label. You need to be talented and you need to find a way to platform yourself and then get yourself to the point where you can just have a distribution deal from the label. And if you focus on being an influencer, you can get your own sponsorships. You can get your own, you can platform yourself and fund yourself and then not have to rely on the label to where they can tell you, oh, we're not going to put this album out because your songs didn't go viral enough. Oh, we're not going to do no promo for your album. And it's like a chicken or egg thing. It's the person not growing because they're not getting the budget and the marketing to put them out there, or are they not growing because they're not good enough? It's like with some artists that's actually talented, you can't tell. I think a good example is like Chloe Bailey. Now, sometimes there needs to be adjustments in their strategy in terms of like the contents of their music and stuff. But I do feel like these labels don't know how to market artists in this era. I see a lot of traditional marketing techniques like, oh, let's put them on a press tour and have them go on to radio shows. And who in their audience is caring about them going to a radio show? It is 2024. If you don't get them on somebody's stream and have them perform or have them do something to show some type of personality, we live in an era where people are used to influencers and lifestyle people being personable and that being what gets them a platform. You can have someone who's not even musically talented make a song and get more traction than the artist that's signed to a label that actually does music. That's their main thing. Kai Cenat in I Show Speed can make a song that gets more views than the actual musically talented artist, and they don't have a musically talented bone in their body. But why can they do that? Because they have built their own platform off of them. You need to be the brand as an artist. That's what you need to focus on. Funny enough, you don't even need to focus on the music. There's going to be people that's fans of that. That's going to come. But if you build your own platform as an influencer or as a personable brand, you can branch off and do whatever you want. Then you don't have to go slave away doing performances that you don't want to do. Then you don't have to try to minimize the artistic vision of your music or your album because the label wants you to push this instead. You don't have to table your own ideas for what the label wants if you're not depending on the label. But I see a lot of talented artists still kind of in this like weird position where people who aren't artists that are executives on the labels are changing their artistic vision and making them change what they want to do and making them change their vision. And it's like, you shouldn't be in that position as an artist to where non-artistic people are telling you how to shape your narrative and how to shape your sound and all those things. You should be able to do whatever you want. But if you're tied to the label and they're the ones that determine your budget and that's where you get all your money from, you kind of have to do whatever they tell you to do, even if they're not even doing the best marketing strategies and tactics. And we know these artists aren't getting paid off of streams. So it's like I'm telling y'all, it's so easy. There's influencers who aren't talented musically that are able to get more support from their fans than people who do music. Because if you're trying to be all mysterious and don't show personality, not connecting with your friends, you have to lean into what you're good at. Okay, the label might not want to push you, but you can connect with the fans on your own. You need to go live 2-3 times a week with your fans. Ari Lennox, a great example of someone that has an extremely strong fan base because she connected with her fans. What did she do when she was on her come up? She got on Instagram live all the time. Ben 10 talking to her fans, telling the fans about behind the scenes of what's going on. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just hop on here to talk to y'all for 30 minutes. She ended up staying on there for hours. You know, just talking. Oh, I'm talking to my fans while I play Sims on my computer. Just little things like that build a bond with your fan base rather than you being disconnected and going to radio shows that they don't care about or doing these performances who knows where that they don't care about. Then you have a stronger core community that's willing to buy your merch, that's willing to actually follow through when you have a sponsorship with a brand and buy something because you're sponsored by that brand. That makes you gives you a higher conversion rate so that more brands want to work with you. It gives you more opportunities. You know, they will actually buy what you're selling to them. If you have a YouTube channel, all you have to do, and these people already got teams, that's why I don't understand why they're not doing it. All you got to do, get somebody on your staff to record you doing stuff. Get ready with me before a concert. Vlog day in the life of blank singer, blank rapper, blank whatever you do. Oh, I'm going on a trip. You don't have to show everything, but just showing something, you can make money off the videos. If you're an artist, you're talented, you can hop on there, hop on a live stream on Twitch. You can multi-stream on 3-4 platforms at the same time. IG Live, TikTok Live, Twitch. Just sit in your room and start singing. You could do karaoke. It's like y'all got talent. The rest of us got to figure out what our content's going to be. You are the show. If you're actually talented, you are the show. You could literally just get in here, got thousands of people watching. Like one of my faves, Chloe Bailey. I saw her get on Instagram Live the other day and do a concert for her fans. And she was talking about our label wouldn't give her no money for the budget, so she can't perform. Cool. Why are you on Instagram Live? Why are you not streaming on Twitch where you can get ad revenue for your fans watching? If you have hundreds of people watching, you're already in the top 0.001% of streamers on Twitch. You're getting hundreds or thousands of dollars for that time that you're spending on there, right? You could do sponsored streams, boom, extra revenue. You could post that VOD to your YouTube channel, boom, extra revenue. It's like, why are we on platforms that's not giving money for real? It's like even something as small as that. Like, why are you on Instagram or TikTok Live? Instagram Live, you're not getting no money for that. TikTok Live, the most money you're getting is maybe people throw in some donation that 50% of it is getting taken by TikTok. It's like they have no guidance from anyone that knows what they're doing in this modern era of social media. And I'm just like, why? Who is on y'all's marketing and social media teams? There's no way there's anyone that understands how this current internet works. I've seen some of them try to do Discord, but they're disconnected from it. You can't maximize Discord. You know, I literally looked up and saw there was a company that manages Discords for professional brands, artists, things like that. And they're getting paid stupid money just to build a Discord for someone and maybe moderate it a little bit and show them how to use Discord. And they're still not using it right. So somebody paying for that for some of these artists. I saw Coco Jones do it. I saw some other ones. But it's like, you can't be disconnected from it and still get the most out of it. You can't have a Discord, have your community there, and you never engage with them. You have to actively be a part of it. And it will give you some type of net return. It will give you a profit. It will lead to higher conversions on sales. But you have to know what you're doing. And it's like, no one in the industry seems to know how to use this stuff for real. And I'm just confused. I'm confused as to how there's no one around that knows what they're doing. But I digress. That's just something that I've been observing from this whole shebang, and I'm just wondering, like, wow, y'all really aren't picking up on this. I'm not even an expert. Well, shit, maybe I am, because I clearly know more than these people that are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars and just to regurgitate the same media tactics and stuff that's been 20, 30, 40, 50 years old at this point. It's like we're in a whole different era. How are you not picking up on how the trends are changing? How are you not picking up on how to generate extra revenue for your artists? Well, I don't think that's on the label. I actually think that's on the artist. As the artist, it's on you to figure out how to get other streams of revenue. Why are y'all not befriending content creators and going on their stream? Like, some people are so talented that they could be going on Kai Cenat stream, and I'm sure a lot of people want to go, but there's other creators that are significant sizes that would still bring more eyes to them. You know, like, that's valuable, but it's like they don't even network with people. I don't think a lot of those artists take streamers serious. Now they're starting to, because they see Kai Cenat, they see the numbers he getting. But it's like you could still network with streamers that are not as big as Kai Cenat, but they could still have a net benefit to you. Or just stream yourself. I don't know why they're not doing it, bro. They just don't get it. But I think if someone explained the money, if someone put the numbers in front of them, I think they would. But it seemed like they don't have anyone around that can even be like, hey, you know how much you can get paid from uploading 2 or 3 videos a week to YouTube? You know how much you can get paid from live streaming and running ads? You know how much, you know, if you have an engaged fan base, that's something a lot of people don't have. Like, even Drake is streaming on Kick. He got, as far as I heard, about $150 million plus deal to gamble on Kick. So he's hip. He's one of the few rappers I've seen do it. T Grizzly got into GTA RP around COVID time. I heard he's making over $1 million a year off of his GTA RP server. You know, it's a few. NLE Choppa, I've seen he has a YouTube channel. It's a small handful of artists that are hip, but it's still not enough in my opinion. I don't know though. I don't blame the artists because they're not masters in marketing and social media. I blame the people that they're paying that clearly don't know this stuff. Your daily hater arrives. Oh, if it isn't John.
That sales for music revenue has increased due to streaming, artists are still not making money from it. Prior to the streaming era, music lovers had to buy an album for an average amount of maybe 12 USD.
What's this?
And sometimes maybe,
oh my god, well, I think that was Princess Diana.
3 of their favorite artists released that month.
That ain't Princess, but
$36 compared to the more cost-efficient monthly plan, which can be as low as $5.99 a month, allowing you to listen to as much music and as much albums as you want within that period. And platforms like Spotify, they even have a free subscription, causing artists today to make pennies. So although streaming,
oh nah, trust me, it ain't the free subscription that's making them make pennies, because they're running ads. They're just criminally underpaying for these streams.
Is convenient, it doesn't hit the pockets of these artists the same like physicals. According to Billboard, Beyonce made $62 million in 2016. However, only $4.3 million and $1.9 million respectively hail from music sales and streaming. 2016 is also the year Beyonce released her ground-shattering album, Lemonade. So even for major artists, it's kind of slim out here.
Okay, but that's tough because she didn't have that album on all streaming services. That was exclusively on Tidal for years. Jay-Z, I'm looking at you. That was exclusively on Tidal, which I'm telling y'all, Jay-Z got Beyonce in a 360 over there.
When it comes to money being made from streaming. So you can only imagine how much smaller acts make from their streams, as everyone from these platforms
and then think about how the money's getting split up too. Think about people that might have credits on the song. Think about the label getting their cut. Shoot, they're not even getting pennies on the dollar. They're getting fractions of a penny. They're getting like 0.00001 cent per stream. It's bad.
are getting paid from the same pool. But more on Beyonce in a bit. With how little streaming makes, no wonder why labels have to prioritize certain artists more than others. Because if most major acts' albums are barely going platinum, why even make an album anymore? That's why people don't make albums and just rather release singles and EPs. It already costs a lot to make music. Now, does it have to? Not really, but in the industry with multiple mouths to feed, everyone has to be included. That's what makes it an industry. The money is just not coming in like it used to. That's why labels are forcing their artists to sign 360 deals. So labels are now getting a piece of everything.
That's not why. They've been making them sign 360 deals, but I get what you're saying.
Causing artists to make less money.
So I have to go in the studio. I got to book studio time.
Money
And you
long.
may not get a song the first session. So now I got to keep doing that, and that's money. And then I have to hire an engineer, and that's money. And I got to feed everybody, that's money. And then when I make the song, I have to finish it. That's money. Some more studio sessions. Now I've brought in another producer. Now I got to pay that producer, pay this producer. We got to negotiate. So now that's lawyers. That's money. And now I got to mix it. That's money per song. Now that's 14 songs on this album. The last album was 19. So, you know, let's say, and I posted something like this on my page and people argued with me about it. So,
Girl, how you arguing with the artist? Come on.
Typically for a 12-hour block is $1,200.
Sheesh.
Session engineer is $75 to $100 an hour. So just add that up.
Damn. 75 to 100 an hour.
Say you do 7 sessions a week, it's $10,000 just on sessions.
Sheesh.
And then mixing anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000 a track. That's 19 tracks. So that's
Dang.
$100,000, just rounding it.
Yo, your math is impeccable, by
Just
the way.
rounding it.
Okay.
That's horrible math. I'm not, but, you know, just think about that. So
Yeah.
now you're already at 120. And now you got to pay for the beats. So they're anywhere from $5,000 to $40,000 a
Ooh,
track. depending
child.
on who you working with. And sometimes there's multiple producers.
Yeah, I see what a math ain't mathing for these people. I've always wondered what the specific cost of this was. See, this is why I love hearing from artists. But my God, that's shit. I see why the label ain't trying to roll y'all albums out. And especially some of y'all trying to get these samples of these real popular songs, child.
You got to pay this fee.
I see why they all trying to leech and get viral songs off of songs that was already popular, like sampling already popular songs, because it's like they're banking on that one song to hit off of nostalgia of sampling another song, and a lot of times it does work. Look at Super Freaky Grandma. I'm just playing. What was that Nicki Minaj song? Was it Super Freaky Girl, where she sampled that classic song, that NLE Choppa song, where he sampled that Nelly song. And it, y'all know it's been a sampling epidemic around here, so you can see it, and it makes sense. Like, they be trying to make those their lead singles, and I guess it does work. Like, they're hoping, like, hey, if I sample and pay 50,000, who knows, maybe 100,000 for certain songs, maybe if that song blows up, then we can pay for the rest of the album. Maybe I see that as their logic.
This fee. Times 14. So 400,000 at the top end. So let's just say 250 plus 120. Now you're already at 300,000. That eliminates 75% of the people who are aspiring. I didn't realize how much money that it takes to actually be an artist. This is before you market. This is before you shoot a video.
Dang.
This is before you do an appearance. And now also I'm a female.
Are these things that you learned when you launched your own label, or was this already on your radar?
So this is all stuff that I realized in real time as I was launching Supergiant.
Now, this part doesn't only apply to musicians, but celebrities in general. But back when the money was moneying and people placed a lot more value and prestige on celebrity, you couldn't tell them nothing because the value of fame was so high back then. A lot of them thought their shit could make tasty patty. Around the internet boom and YouTube getting popular, like say 2007, you wouldn't catch a lot of these celebrities on YouTube, mainly for actors and some musicians, compared for their reason being on YouTube then to now, meaning back then they would just stick to music related content like music videos, interviews, or touring, or behind the scenes. Twitter did open some celebrities up to social media where they would try to be regular, but YouTube, you wouldn't catch them on YouTube in that state at all. YouTube was for regular people. Celebrities turned their noses down on the internet because there wasn't any money in it, or it was just too cheap. By the way, the internet in general is cheap compared to traditional media like television, billboards, magazine spreads, print. But now, because the money in the industry is drying up, we are now seeing artists starting cooking channels, doing mukbangs, doing storylines. Look at Will Smith, one of Hollywood's biggest names. Like, he's really just a glorified social media influencer now.
I wouldn't say that, because he literally just had one of the biggest movies. I'm not gonna lie, I get what he's saying, but calling him a glorified social media star, it's like it's just not accurate. I don't think I could just let that slide. It said Bad Boys, whatever the last one was, just did 1.2 billion in the global box office, so I wouldn't call that a glorified social media star. But there's definitely some people who are like that. Like, I would say Saweetie. She's one artist that I don't think has a musically talented bone in her body, but she has incredible work ethic, and that's why she still has a career, because she's done very good at branding herself and has got herself a lot of brand deals. She is a perfect example of, like, me saying, hey, you don't really got to have musical talent to have a brand. That's Saweetie right there. Now imagine if you have musical talent and you can build a personal brand. You can make some crazy money. Look, Ice Spice, another good example, someone I don't think is very talented either, but very good at building a brand and has gotten a lot of deals. That's another artist.
T-Pain, the pop-in rapper from the 2000s.
Oh yeah, he's a streamer now.
He's now just a streamer, ranting and raving like myself. We are seeing these streamers.
Okay, he's not just a streamer. He does music on his stream. Like, yes, does he do some other stuff? But T-Pain's smart. He's been collabing. He works with AMP. He's smart. One of the few artists. I gotta give it to all the artists that have turned themselves into content creators and start collabing and networking with streamers and creators. They are the smart ones, bro. Because this man, y'all might say, oh, he is irrelevant. Okay, well, he made himself relevant again by having a YouTube channel and streaming.
Blowing up to the point where rappers rather go on their platforms for interviews and promotion runs instead of the respectable publication. Rapper Nicki Minaj, she went on Kai Cenat's streams to promote her last album. Also, Offset and 21 Savage went on Kai's stream as well. Tyla as well, and Ice Spice, who I'll talk a bit more further in the video. Even the boring comedian Kevin Hart is invading the streamer space for clout. The money is not as strong as it used to be, forcing these celebrities to do things that they wouldn't do 10 to 15 years ago. And I know Tyla and Ice Spice came out a few years ago, but if they debuted back in the day, you wouldn't catch them on the internet, only on regular social media like Instagram or Facebook, being all demure. I hope I use that in the right context, because I am 80 years old and I can't keep up with these slangs and new terms.
Aren't hitting.
Songs are not hitting the same.
Oh, we got a video out about this where we talked about this. It's called. Hold on, see, I gotta reference my own channel right quick. Hold on, I if you guys are interested in that topic, we did a whole little reaction to a video about that. It was called "What Happened to Real #1 Hits." It was another conversation about the hits not hitting.
And are not lasting as long as they used to, meaning a song will debut at #1, then fall out of the top 10 the following week. And these are major songs, great songs, but songs don't peak at #1 consecutively, consistently as they once did. Yes, and a song by pop singer Ariana Grande had a huge release, debuting at #1 on the Hot 100 back in January, but it only spent 1 week atop the chart. And yes, the song went platinum, but normally an Ariana Grande #1 sells more than that. And it was certified in June, a #1 song. So songs are also taking a longer time to go platinum. Ariana had another song that peaked at #1 for 2 weeks, We Can't Be Friends. Megan Thee Stallion's Hiss spent only 1 week atop the Hot 100, one of the biggest diss tracks of the year. Kanye's Carnival spent 1 week atop the chart. Beyonce's Texas Hold'em.
I will say that Carnival song, that's impressive, because I believe Kanye's independent now. I'm not sure, y'all let me know if I'm wrong, but I believe that he's not like being funded by like a label. He might have a distribution deal, but I believe he's funded his own projects at this point.
Summit for 2 weeks only. Taylor Swift, the biggest artist in the world, her song Fortnite also did just 2 weeks. Sabrina Carpenter.
Are we sure Taylor Swift the biggest artist in the world? I low-key feel like it's The Weeknd.
This year's rising star stayed at #1 for 1 week with her song Please Please Please. Grand opening, grand closing. What I'm also realizing in today's music scene is that artist relevance isn't lasting either, and it's because of streaming. #1, streaming is easily manipulated. Physicals as well, but not to the high degree like streaming. Back in the day on release date, an artist, some of them would buy their own records to give it away in a, celebration type of way.
When you said F the weekend day, what the weekend do? What the weekend do?
But with streams, apparently streams can be bought to make an artist appear bigger than he actually is. Back in July, No Jumper reported that Megan Thee Stallion had 3 million streams removed from her
Sorry, artist. Okay, I'm gonna need an elaboration on that.
By Spotify due to suspicious bot behavior detection that sent Nicki
really?
Minaj and Tory Lanez online minions into a feeding frenzy. And it's not just Megan. There's a lot more.
It's every artist. Every artist, damn near, streams getting botted. Every artist that has a label pushing them a lot, most likely. Now, that's interesting because Megan isn't, as far as I know, she's not signed to a label anymore. She has a distribution deal and she's independent at this point. So that's a little interesting because I've heard about the labels being the ones to bot the numbers of the streams. In fact, there's actually a little clip of Russ. I'm gonna find that clip for y'all. He's an independent artist where he kind of broke down how the labels do the botting and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna pull it up so y'all can like hear from someone who's actually like in the industry. He explained it way better than I could.
Artists that have been accused of faking their streams: Kanye West, Don Toliver, and Travis Scott, who was recently crying because he thought he had a 11,000 copies lead on Sabrina Carpenter for the #1 album. But in a turn of events, Sabrina claimed the #1 spot, causing him to run over to Billboard, accusing them of not counting 1,000+ copies. That would have given him the #1 album.
Oh God, y'all always doing this back and forth about, and then the whole time you selling bundles to sell your album. You're not even getting real sales. Like you're literally manipulating the sales. I don't care. Whatever artist does bundles, I get that they kind of got to do it to try to sell because people are already not buying shit. I understand. But personally, I just don't feel like anyone should be able to do it. Take all the bundles away. Don't bundle your merch and your music. People, if they want to buy the merch, buy the merch. They want to buy the music, buy the music. But stop trying to manipulate the damn numbers by putting them together and be like, oh, they bought this merch and music bundle and look at this sale. Nah. They just need to take it out so these people can stop arguing about this, because Travis Scott and Nicki Minaj was arguing about this like 2-3 years ago. Let it go. Let that die out. Let it die out.
Now he did all of that for his album to decline 97%.
Exactly. Look at this. They said this was like damn near one of the largest Billboard declines ever. All of that. Yeah, because she was doing them merch bundles.
Chart in its second week, earning him the biggest decline in
this decade. He got the Super Bowl gig and he sold Singing Trash. I'm not gonna lie, I did hear that The Weeknd did the Super Bowl, but I don't remember. I must not have been watching that year because I don't remember that.
You should have kept your mouth shut, Travis. Streaming has really damaged the music business reputation, in my opinion, because it is so easily manipulated by anyone it appears. Ice Spice's career is tied to streams and impressions. That's what make her seem like a superstar. Also, TikTok played a huge part in her success. So when Universal Music took their music off the platform earlier this year, Ice was affected. Yeah, she signed to 10K projects, but Ice also has a deal with Capitol Records. And Capitol is owned by Universal. I know, complicated. Also, Ice's 40 million monthly listeners got cut in half in a year. And at the time of making this video, the rapper currently has 17 million monthly listeners on the platform. Stans and fans love to go on about who has the most monthly listeners on Spotify, but it doesn't mean anything. Currently, Celine Dion has about 1 million more monthly listeners than Ice Spice. Does that mean they are comparable? There was also a time when Ice had more monthly listeners than the Beatles. And as I mentioned earlier, they aren't making money from their streams. 9 months ago, the hip-hop legend Snoop Dogg said he was paid fewer than $45,000 for 1 billion streams. And we could go deeper into the stream shits. Right now, Spotify is removing artists for bots when these artists don't even have 1,000 streams. Some artists are getting paid more than others. Some artists aren't even getting royalties from streaming, although it's been reported that streaming has increased the music business revenue, which makes no sense. Like, the industry is crumbling.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I saw this the other week. 45,000 for 1 billion streams.
Music has become more of a side hustle that leads into other things that can actually get you paid. That's why we see a lot of product placements in your fave's music videos. Example, Cardi B, Bongo's music video. That video is a literal ad. Or we always see the Beats Pills speakers in various amount of music videos over the years. And most recently, The Weeknd's music video flashed
on the
at
iPhone
the end that it was filmed with an iPhone 16. So while we were all enjoying it, at the end we all then realized it was just an ad for an iPhone. Artists are releasing deluxe editions like a day after the standard edition in an attempt to drive sales, which is kind of crazy because back in the olden days, we only got a deluxe if an album sold 1 million. Then we would get the platinum edition, or if it's like a 1-year anniversary. Because of how bad the artist economy is right now, music is
re-releasing old stuff,
resulting in a lot of re-releases. Recently, Travis Scott Days for Rodeo. It was originally released in 2014 as a mixtape, and 3:15:20 by Childish Gambino. That was released in 2020, and he re-released the project under a different title this year with a few added tracks and changes to the mix and track listing. Taylor Swift has been re-releasing her album since 2020.
Okay, but I get why Taylor did hers. The rest of y'all, it's just because they pockets hurting. But Taylor, I know that that guy Scooter Braun like had the rights to her music or masters and wouldn't let her buy it, just being on some petty shit. So she re-recorded all her albums so that she could actually get paid in the rights to her shit. So I kind of respect that. And I know that's a little different than the other ones, but I gotta get y'all backs. I get it.
We are also seeing massive players in music selling their catalogs, which isn't new, but there are artists that we wouldn't expect. Shakira, Katy Perry, even Justin Bieber sold the rights to his entire catalog.
Oh,
and he
wow.
did this in 2023 before he turned 30. Not even 30 and already selling and getting the hell up out of Dodge, allegedly. We are also seeing artists opting to do other things.
And wait. How much Justin Bieber paid for his catalog? Wait a minute. Hold on. Justin Bieber sold catalog. How much he get paid? 200 million. There ain't no way the rights to Justin Bieber catalog worth only 200 million. So UMG still owns his catalog. He owns 20% of his publishing rights. And artists, oh, see, I knew it. I was about to say, see, look, chat. I was like 200 million. That's too low for Justin Bieber catalog. But this makes more sense. They said he owns 20% of his publishing rights and royalties. So he sold his 20% stake, which means that his publishing royalties and rights to his stuff is worth $1 billion. Because if he owns 20% and he sold 20% for 200 mil, that means it's worth at least $1 billion. I was about to say, there's no way that's the only thing his catalog is worth.
Stranger things for income instead of releasing music. Cardi B joined OnlyFans.
Oh, she did?
She made millions, over $40 million.
Really?
And hasn't released an album since. And it's not only Cardi B who went on.
When the hell did Cardi B make a OnlyFans? I'm telling y'all, look, if you one of them artists that sell your sexuality, you might as well just make a OnlyFans. You might as well. Look, these OnlyFans girls be posting Instagram pictures and just putting it behind a paywall. Like, you ain't even got to do nothing crazy on there. I'm just saying, like, if y'all gonna be bikini pic, okay, if y'all want to see bikini pics, boom, put it on OnlyFans. Bro, do y'all know how much these OnlyFans girls are getting? I'll show y'all one. She was on a Twitch stream the other day. Her name is Corinna Comp. She used to be a YouTuber. slash influencer. This girl right here, I'm gonna let y'all guess how much she make. Now look, imagine, I don't know if she posting full nude videos or pictures on there, but I'm almost certain she just posting these videos. So she used to post these type videos more often, and at a certain point, I guess she just decided, you know what, I'm about to just start posting them on OnlyFans. She was on the stream the other day. She said she'd been doing it for 3 years. She told them that she made $67 million off of OnlyFans in 3 years. 67 million. And she ain't even doing nothing crazy for real. As far as I know. Now imagine if you a celebrity. I said this about like Chloe Bailey. Like, girl, I'm so tired of seeing Chloe Bailey's ass all over the place. And mind you, I'm not a person that's like, oh, you women showing your body disgust me. I don't care, right? If you want to do that, cool. But at least you need to be getting a bag, because there's no way you should be showing us all these pictures of your body and you not getting paid off of it. Because, yeah, you might get some little sponsorships on your Instagram post, but it's like, girl, if you want to be, oh, I'm so sexually liberated. Okay, girl, go be sexually liberated on OnlyFans or something. And at least get yourself a bag so you not, like, at the mercy of your label. At least get your bag, girl. You could be running up probably a few $100,000 a month off of that. And you not even posting nothing except what you would post on Instagram. Like, okay, come on. I'm telling you, I got the strategy. I got the strat. Yo, what's good, Pris? I'm about to give y'all an example. Chloe Bailey. Going to start my OF now? Look, I would fully support. Do you, queen? Now look, some of these pictures Chloe be posting, I'm like, okay, girl, you doing too much. Okay, let's say this. Boom. This the picture that would get put behind the paywall. Okay, everybody want to talk about, oh my god, Chloe got so much ass. Da 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 da. Okay, cool. Just post. You could post this cute little, very cute, very demure. You know, post this on Instagram. And this picture, this go on OnlyFans. See, I'm sorting through the pictures. Instagram, OnlyFans. Easy bag. It's like, okay, y'all want to look at it. Boom. OnlyFans pic. Instagram pic. Instagram video. OnlyFans. I'm just saying, look, I'm not shaming nobody that's doing it. But it's like, okay, girl, if you want to embrace, oh, this is me. I love my body. Oh, yeah, girl, love your body behind a paywall. This right here, OnlyFans pic. People should not be getting this for free. I'm sorry. And look, people can say, oh, these women, I could buy you for $5.99. But here's my thing. I feel like dudes be getting mad that women get paid off OnlyFans, and they try to make it seem like they're losing value because someone's paying to look at them. I actually think it's the opposite. I think it's crazy to be showing off your body for free. So how does it make more sense to shame someone for showing their body and getting paid for people to look versus someone doing it for free and you can look for free? I just don't see how that's less valuable. I just don't. I think some of the dudes are just jealous that like there's a market for it and they low-key wish it could be them, and they're low-key mad that they're not a woman and they can't do it. It's like, look, if you want to slang me, you can slang me. Go show your meat on OnlyFans. Nobody probably want to see it. That's probably why y'all mad. But there's men on OnlyFans that make bread. You just not one of them. You just not that guy. So it's easier to just hate on a woman that's making money. But I'm just like, bro. It's like, bro, like, don't be mad because you not fine enough to have an OnlyFans. The fuck? Like, if you was an attractive guy and you had some schmeat, then you could make a bag. Because there's guys that fit that category that make a bag. And you ain't even got to be fine for real. You could just have the schmeat and somebody gonna pay for it, right? So it's like, y'all really just jealous because it's like, y'all know if y'all was a cute woman and you could just post little pictures like this and charge someone how much. That Corinna girl said she charging $20 a month, I believe. Hold on, there she go. So come on, you know, if you was a girl All the men haters. You know, if you was a girl and you could post some pics like this and charge dum-dums $20 a month, you would do it. Stop lying. Stop lying. So you turning down 67 million in 3 years on OnlyFans because of what somebody else got to say? Oh, okay. And we know these dudes be willing to do anything for money. They just mathing out a woman's body. I'm convinced.
Form that's notoriously known for.
At least you won't be broke. Cause like, okay, you showing off your body in all these music videos, you showing off your body on Instagram, that's cute or whatever, but you still doing it for free and you barely getting a bag? Okay.
We saw Tyga went on there, Chris Brown went on there, Sukiana went
Oh wow, see look, I told y'all the niggas doing it too.
on there. Everyone went on there. Even I went. Rihanna doesn't seem to be interested in coming back to music in a major way since the money she's making from her
Oh yeah, she getting about $1 billion. Fenty making $1 billion plus a year.
brand Fenty has made her a billionaire. Like, music can be a headache that doesn't even yield a profit. So why
Exactly.
even come back? Beyonce has come out.
Then you
with
gotta create
multiple
music,
business
you gotta do what the
ventures outside
fans
of
want.
music, causing people to wonder if she's money hungry. And to that I say, sure, she probably is. And why wouldn't she if she wants to stay rich? But the reason why we're seeing Beyonce come out with recently a hair care line and liquor is because the money from music is not really
Yeah, that money ain't
cutting
money
it, and
in.
it cannot support her lifestyle. Remember, we see these celebrities live in these huge mansions, drive these expensive cars. Music is not paying for that. Music cannot pay for that. When you drive past her house,
Nah.
all the lights on, light bill high as fuck. And also, a lot of these celebrities, look at what happened to Juice WRLD, rest in peace, but he
What's
was
he
low-key
doing
a
to the
drug
audio?
dealer because allegedly the
I'm
music
dead.
is not cutting that check.
Juice WRLD's cause has officially been determined after he shockingly passed away last month. According to the Cook County Medical Examiner, the late
Oh
rapper
yeah, they did say he was transporting illegal substances.
died from an accidental overdose of oxycodone and codeine. The Interscope Records artist, whose real name was Jared Higgins, went into cardiac arrest at the Chicago Midway International Airport and was pronounced dead at Advocate Christ Medical Center in Oak Lawn, Illinois on December 8, 2019. According to police, Juice suffered a seizure while cops and federal agents searched his private plane for. Witnesses claimed Juice swallowed multiple Percocet pills, which contained oxycodone, in an effort to conceal them from authorities. Police and federal agents were called to the airport after being tipped off
Lord,
to the private
poor child. So this dude swallow a bunch of pills to hide them, brother. Oh my god.
jet carrying large amounts of narcotics.
I didn't know that's why
Authorities
he.
found 70 pounds of marijuana, 6 bottles of what's believed to be liquid codeine, but no passengers have been charged with drug possession so far. 2 of Juice's security guards were hit
That's
on
crazy.
charges after 3 handguns were discovered on the jet. Juice was 21 years old. He was laid to rest at a
Another indication that
Child.
solidifies the industry is crumbling is how everyone is at each other's necks. Everyone is suing each other, snitching on each other, complaining about each other, starting lyrical beefs or trying to start lyrical beefs. The other day we saw people getting upset that Kendrick is performing at the next Super Bowl, saying it should have been an artist from New Orleans, like Lil Wayne. And I'm just like, since when rappers give a about the Super Bowl? Like, since when gangsters give a damn about the Super Bowl? No, they don't. They don't give a damn. It's the money. Because remember, once you go on the Super Bowl, your catalog goes through the roof. Because
Right.
millions of people tune in every single time.
Yep.
We are seeing people like Dirty Diddy and R. Pissy Kelly finally getting what is coming to them because of the money is not being distributed anymore. And the pandemic is really showing us who really got it and who didn't. And I'm not saying victims shouldn't sue or, speak their truths. All I'm saying is this revelation is motivated by money, allegedly. The final nail in the coffin. The public is not so keen on giving their money to music anymore, or like they used to, as more of the sinister
Music
and
don't be
manipulative
hidden.
tactics by the industry continues to get exposed. Music was
And
never
I think here's the other thing too. I think he didn't mention this, but I think celebrity worship culture is dying out a lot. Like it's cooked. Like the power of a celebrity, he kind of hit on it a little bit, but I would just want to elaborate because people, as the wealth disparity and the wealth gap continues to increase in this country, who wants to give their money to and support celebrities that's constantly flexing on their audience who's supporting them? Think about it. The egos on these people is crazy, and people are becoming more class and financially conscious. So it's like So I'm giving my money, paying for album, paying for merch, just for this audience to turn around and call me broke and trash on me and flex on me with their rich lifestyle while I'm struggling to pay bills. I think that's a lot of people's thought process as well. They're like, oh, we know that y'all are being inauthentic just to sell something to us, just to sell the sponsorship, just to do this ad. Y'all so scripted, you're so fake. And then on top of that, the internet age we're in right now, I think it's also like changing the standards, for how people feel, in terms of like their expectations of someone that's trying to influence them to do something. They at least require you to appear more authentic than like before, where you could just have this mystery and this mystique and be a celebrity, and that was good enough. It's like now I don't think that's the case.
Never meant to be commodified, because music belongs to everyone. Not saying people can't sell their music, or fans shouldn't buy music, or people should steal music. But can we just admit that the commodification, the focus, and the value of the dollar sign will bring the industry to a halt very soon? What do you think about this? I look forward.
Let's see what the comments think. What's the comments? Celebrity culture is dying for sure. Songs aren't hitting the same. Movies don't captivate us as much. And these award shows have been record-breaking low viewership. People don't care about talent anymore. It's all about clout. There's no value to being a celebrity. Thanks to social media, everyone can be a celebrity. That's a good point too. Yep. Let's see. Stay independent if music is actually something you're passionate and love about, or at least, very least, don't sign in this economy. Is not worth it. Yep, distribution deals only. I agree. Video killed the radio star, and the internet is killing celebrity worship. I agree. Well, that's it for me. I've been here way too long. The way I can turn a 20-minute video into hours, kind of impressive. I'm not gonna lie. But if you guys, enjoyed the video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and sub. Drop a follow to the Twitch. The link's pinned in the comments in the description. Let me know what you guys think, of course. But until next time, we're out.